Spain. When we thought of Spain, we pictured overcrowded beaches and tourists drinking all day. A place made for holidays, not for adventure. But we couldn't help but wondering, is this really all there is? We traded beach bars for back roads and set out to discover the Spain no one talks about. The Spain you don't know exists yet. This is Louis and the Rover, destination Spain. This is us, Patrick, Orla and our Labrador Louis. We just finished building our dream Toyota Hilux camper and immediately put it to the test on the original Paris-Dakar route. Now it's time for a new adventure. Our overland journey through Europe begins. After 3 months in Africa, this was the moment we nearly set foot on the European continent again. Welcome to
Spain. Was a really easy ferry, huh? Really relaxing. I'm gonna enjoy Spain. Explore it.
We were excited, but also a little skeptical. After a year in Central Asia and months exploring Africa, could Europe still surprise us? Could we still find those mind-blowing, one-of-a-kind landscapes? We were tired. Long days on the road had caught up with us. So instead of pushing further, we decided to search for our very first camp spot in Europe. In Central Asia or Africa, it's simple. You just park and you're home. But here, it already felt like we had to work a little harder. We headed into the mountains not too far from Algeciras. And for our first night, I think we got lucky. Quiet, stunning views, no one around. Time to breathe and time to plan. Honestly, we had no idea what to do in Spain. But by the next morning, we had our first destination. Welcome to the Gorafe Desert, a surreal landscape in the south of Spain. Dry, dramatic, and almost otherworldly. We had no idea Spain even had a desert like this. And the best part? You're still allowed to drive your 4x4 here.
Yo, what up? Wat even eruit? Where are we?
Spanje.
And in the?
Gorafe Desert.
Yes. Let's chill, we just arrived. And then we'll explore this region, huh?
Yeah, exciting.
Alright.
As we explored, the weather suddenly turned. The wind picked up. The sky shifted. But after dealing with 47 degrees Celsius in West Africa, this cooler breeze felt like a gift. The sun broke through now and then, just enough time for Patrick to practice his matador moves. And to top it off, a sunset we absolutely didn't see coming. The Gorafe Desert offers some beautiful and at times challenging off-road tracks. When it rains, they can turn tricky fast. But for us, it didn't feel like Spain at all. It felt more like Utah, maybe. And just behind it all, the white peaks of the Sierra Nevada began to emerge, a sharp contrast to the warm, earthy tones of the desert. The result? Views that felt almost unreal.
Day 3 in the Gorafe Desert. It's a lot colder than in Mauritania.
Yeah.
But and my neck hurts, so that's why I'm like this. But we're gonna have some breakfast. It was a beautiful drive, and then we're hiking, stretching those legs. Right, or how many steps did we do? Since we were so inactive in Africa, we tried to do 10,000 steps every day. And we're now on
3,000.
fuck. Okay, then we have some more to do.
Forget Madrid and Barcelona. This is Granada. Lesser known, but rich in atmosphere. Its deep Arabic heritage gives the city a rhythm of its own. And there's the Alhambra, an ancient fortress, a palace complex, perched against the backdrop of the snowy Sierra Nevada. So we wandered through Granada's beautiful streets, getting lost in its colors, its corners, its quiet charm. And since we'd nearly hit our step goal for the day, we treated ourselves. Welcome back to Europe.
Happy birthday!
Thank you.
From Granada, it was just a 40-minute drive into the Sierra Nevada mountains. We found a beautiful spot overlooking the entire city. Watching the lights slowly fade as morning approached.
Are you excited to go hiking? Are you ready to hike the Sierra Nevada? Get some 10,000 steps.
Early the next morning, we started our hike. The Sierra Nevada is one of Spain's highest mountain ranges, great for hiking, with amazing views and peaceful trails. It felt good to slow down and just walk for a while. Hiking gives you a different kind of rhythm, step by step. But all those steps make you hungry.
Time for breakfast.
Ever eat all your snacks way too early and instantly regret it? Louis was curious too.
So what's for breakfast? Nope.
Here. But not about that. That looked way more exciting to him.
Enjoy!
What an incredible hike! For hours we followed the ridge of the Sierra Nevada, surrounded by 360-degree panoramic views the entire time. Snow-capped peaks, deep valleys, and not a soul in sight. Did you know this was possible in Spain? Yet, a bit better than Benidorm, right?
Okay, or 4 hours later. How much steps?
15,950.
Nice, we made it.
We left the Sierra Nevada behind, heading out in search of new landscapes to explore. But first, we had something else to take care of.
It was really cheap. Okay, Orla, people are curious what we're buying and cooking.
Salad,
Yes, we're really boring eaters, huh?
feta
Cheese, a lot of bread.
Goat's cheese to mix up the salad.
Yes, and we have to watch our budget. So we have to protein pudding, but
for
cheapest protein pudding.
For you,
That's the reality of full-time traveling.
chicken for you,
Awesome.
more chicken for you.
Yep.
Some chocolate muesli and eggs.
Yeah. And a lot of bread for me. All right. Now we can survive for 2 days.
Welcome to the countryside, a region often called the Finland of Spain. Why? Because the population density here is one of the lowest in the country. And it's full of forests, lakes, and quiet beauty. We didn't have a plan, just mountain roads, sometimes turning left, sometimes right. But honestly, that's often how we find the best camp spots. Now, Louis is a bit of a strange one. Even after all this time, he's still scared to jump into the camper sometimes. So yeah, situations like this happen.
So we had quite a good night. There was a bit of rain, but it was fine. So I want to show you the route we're gonna take. So we are here between Valencia and Madrid, and we're gonna take this off-road route through the mountains, and then going to try to drive as much as possible off-road back to the coast again.
We had a plan. Take the long off-road route through the mountains and see if we could make it all the way back to the coast. No towns, no fuel. Just dirt tracks, steep climbs and hours of nothing. We wanted to find out how remote Spain can really get. And this was the way to do it.
I think we have to find another way.
I think so too, Patrick. So we turned around 180 degrees the other way.
We found a new route into the mountains, but it's 12 degrees. So you have to imagine, last month we were in 47 degrees and now it's 12 degrees and there's a lot of snow still in the mountains. So it's a change of scenery, but a really nice route, huh?
Yep.
Beautiful. Spain has so many big varieties of landscapes. It's really nice. Now it's also raining.
No, it's snow.
Snow?
Yeah. The weather was shifting fast, and we decided it was time to find a spot to set up camp. And yeah, we already regretted not installing a diesel heater for our Europe trip.
What is happening here, Louis? Louis, what are you doing, man? What the fuck? Weirdo! Alright, let's go inside, it's freaking cold.
This was no easy drive. After all the rain, the road had turned into a long, muddy, slippery mess. Every meter was a fight for traction.
You see the track we created here, and now you see the difference if you have mud tires, because if you have mud tires, the mud on the tires is removed by the spinning of the wheel, and now you see all the mud keeps sticking at the tires, so we don't have any grip. So we can try to winch up.
But we're not done yet. We wanted to give it one more shot. No winch, just a bit more momentum and the diff lock on. And that made all the difference. After all the slipping, sliding and stress, we needed to warm up and wind down. So yeah, it was tea time. Now we want to show you just how much variety Spain has to offer. One moment you're in the snowy peaks of the Sierra Nevada, 2 hours later you're back in the desert. Welcome to the Tabarnas Desert. It feels like something straight out of a Western film. Well, you're right, it is. This is the only true desert in Europe, and its surreal landscapes have been the backdrop for over 300 films. From classic spaghetti westerns like The Good, the Bad and the Ugly, to scenes from Indiana Jones and even Game of Thrones. Rugged, timeless, totally unexpected. This is Spain too. And just like that, from the southern tip of Spain, we crossed into Portugal. If you haven't seen that video yet, make sure to check it out and don't forget to subscribe. It really helps us keep the adventure going. We crossed from the north of Portugal into the west of Spain, and suddenly it felt like we'd entered another world. A world that reminded us more of Ireland than Spain. And as it turns out, the comparisons don't stop there. But first, Louis needed a swim, obviously. And we had to fill up our water supply, which of course wasn't as easy as we hoped.
Ja, hier ging het alleen net.
We picked up an off-road route along the wild Atlantic coast and found a place to spend the night. The ground was covered in tiny thorns, and Louis, being Louis, dramatically made sure we knew just how uncomfortable he was. The next day, we kept following the coastal track, and eventually we reached Fisterra, a region steeped in history, mystery, and Celtic roots. Yes, Celtic, just like in Ireland and Scotland. This part of Galicia was once home to Celtic tribes, and the music, symbols, and even the stone structures still reflect that heritage today. What happened?
Yes, what do you think?
Oh my god, no!
It's not how a drone has to look.
To lift Patrick's spirits after the drone crash, we had set off on a beautiful hike in the Picos de Europa, and a good supply of cookies helped too. The trail quickly turned muddy and slow going, but Louis, as always, was in his element. We kept moving until we found the perfect spot. Quiet, open, and just what we needed to pause and take it all in.
We're now in Picos de Europa, and it's really spectacular, huh?
Yeah.
And I have to be honest, because when we came to Spain, I only knew about all the Dutch tourists going to Spain and going to the beach and the playa and relax all day. I never knew Spain had so much to offer. It's so amazing here, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Every day we have something new. Beaches, high mountains, desert. It's amazing. It's so freaking beautiful here. This is the perfect moment to fly the drone. Oh man.
It was time to continue our route, this time through the stunning Picos de Europa. Outside the national park, we found the perfect spot to set up camp.
Yay, Louis!
Quiet, beautiful, and the kind of view that makes you stop and breathe it all in. And to wrap it all up, we had to end in the most Spanish way possible, with delicious tapas and a drink. Looking back, we can honestly say Spain has become one of our absolute favorite destinations so far. The people are warm, the culture is deep, and the landscapes, they just keep surprising you. There's still so much to discover here, and one thing's for sure, we'll be back.